Do you wish your outdoor space felt cozier and more inviting? Every year, I make updates and changes to my patio. But the changes that I made this year have truly turned it into an outdoor living room. It is so warm, welcoming, and comfy now. And of course, it's unique because I decorate primarily with thrift store finds. I think today's video is full of ideas that will help you create your own cozy outdoor retreat. So let's get started.
As you can see for yourself, I have not touched my patio since last fall. It's a nice size with a slate floor and a flagstone privacy fence. The furniture is a hodgepodge of iron and aluminum pieces, all thrifted over the past 12 years that we've lived here. The only significant change that we've made during that time is adding a pergola. The patio is on the south side of our house and gets direct sunlight all day, so we desperately needed to create some shade. My first job out here was to sweep up all the leaves and debris. I'm not power washing right now because we have a stonemason scheduled to come later this spring to repair a corner of the patio that is sinking. So I'll clean up after he's done. I had this rug cut to size from a large outdoor carpet roll at Menards, much like a piece of artificial turf. I was able to get a huge piece for less than 50 cents per square foot. I think I've had it for 3 years now. However, the rain on the metal pergola drains down the 4 support beams, so the corners of the rug are getting dirty and they're often damp. So I'm cutting off about 1.5 feet off each end so I can stretch out its life for another year. I just top it with a smaller outdoor rug to add color and softness. As I previously mentioned, all my patio furniture has been purchased at thrift stores, but for the first time in 25 years, I'm buying new furniture this year. I usually place a dining table with 4 chairs in the far end of the patio, but since we rarely eat out here, I want to change it up this year. I want this space to feel more like a secondary seating area. So I tried using 2 of the larger chairs with the dining table, which looked okay. But for something different, I wanted to try the sofa against the stone wall with 2 dining chairs. Once I added the cushion to the sofa, it occurred to me that the wicker chairs from my front porch might look cute. I just couldn't decide, so I asked you, my viewers, in a post, and you overwhelmingly chose option 3. My new furniture hasn't arrived yet, so I'm going to work on adding plants to the space. Even if your yard is full of plants, I recommend adding at least a few potted plants to your patio to soften all the hard surfaces and create a more intimate, cozy seating area. I also like to add trellises, lanterns, and other thrifted items to my pots to create interesting arrangements. I thrifted this moss-covered rabbit to use on the patio. I removed the Easter eggs and faux flowers and dug out a hole in the rabbit's styrofoam body. Then I added a vinca vine that will hopefully grow up the trellis. I may need to add some clips to train it. Sometimes I add a climbing plant like clematis to pots, but they aren't available in my area yet this season, so I just bought what I could find. For this pot, I used pansies around the outer edge and a tall spiky plant in the center. I forget what that plant's called. I thrifted a fun ceramic shelf. I just loved the face on it. Initially, I thought I might somehow turn it into a water fountain, but for now, I'm just going to prop it up along the back of the pot, then add a few plants around it. I'm using coral bells, verbena, and another one of those spiky plants. The verbena should spill over the side of the pot as it grows, but I may have to transplant the coral bells because they could get so large that you can't see the shelf anymore. I added a thrifted iron plant stand next to the sofa to hold the succulents from my laundry room. I've almost killed the hen and chicks this past winter, so I'm hoping that being outdoors will revive them. I'm also hoping to save this snake plant. I almost threw it away a few weeks ago until I saw that Walmart wanted over $30 for a tabletop-sized one.
Some of these outdoor jobs can be really demanding, and as I get older, I struggle keeping my energy up. And I've learned that when I'm feeling worn out, I'm not very creative either. I know I may make it look easy in videos, but let's be honest, when we reach a certain age, we all could use a little extra help. And one thing that has really been helping me for several months now, well, for over a year actually, is Magic Mind. When I take a Magic Mind shot, I feel more focused, more energetic, and just overall more productive. I can tackle several projects in a day. If you haven't heard me talk about Magic Mind before, it's a mental performance shot infused with nootropics, adaptogens, and essential vitamins, specifically designed to combat procrastination, brain fog, and fatigue. So if you're finding it harder to get things accomplished, I think you should give Magic Mind a try. Use the link in my description and the code COTTAGE20 to get 20% off your subscription.
I made this bench from an old headboard and scrap wood in a video a few years ago. I left the bottom open to store firewood, but I don't think we're going to have a fire pit this year, so I want to put something else in this spot. I thrifted this old wood box for $10. It has a hinged lid, so I wonder if it was designed to hold firewood too. Let me know if you've ever seen a wood box like this before. To create some interest along this bare brick wall, I added another thrift store find, a piece from an old iron headboard. I added verbena in the front of the planter to spill over the side and some ivy in the back to hopefully grow up the headboard. Then I added a fern to fill in the area between the box and the steps and to soften that area. This little corner of the patio is my favorite spot. I like to style it with my thrifted cast iron chair and other metal planters. The only geraniums I could find were hanging baskets, so I'm swiping one of the 4 plants in the pot to add to a small concrete urn. This is one way I try to keep my plant costs down. I also use a lot of large ferns. They look lush but are relatively inexpensive. 2 for $20 at Walmart right now. Another idea is to dig up plants from your yard to help fill up your patio pots. When I spotted this chicken wire shoe at the thrift store, I thought it would make an adorable planter. First, I filled it with a piece of coconut fiber, and then I added 1 small pansy. Hopefully, I put enough dirt in for it to stay alive. When I was buying plants at the Walmart Garden Center, I saw a display of this Better Homes and Gardens wicker patio furniture. It was so pretty, but wicker furniture just doesn't last long outdoors in Illinois. But now I have a pergola to provide some protection from the weather, and this patio set has a steel base that is wrapped with faux wicker, or what the Walmart website calls all-weather wicker. Let me just stop and say that this video is not sponsored by Walmart. I just thought this was a really high-quality patio set for the price. As I mentioned, the last time we bought new outdoor furniture was 25 years ago when we purchased our previous home. And at that time, we bought a wood set, which didn't last long. I don't recommend wood furniture for anyone living in the Midwest. We honestly never use this coffee table as a fire pit, and it takes up so much space. So I'll be hauling it to Goodwill, which is where I purchased it several years ago. The new sofa came with a coffee table, which is much prettier than the old fire pit. It really looks like wood, but it's actually steel. I loved the look of the new coffee table so much that I decided to make one more purchase and get a new dining table. This is also from Walmart, and it only cost $99, but it's not part of the Better Homes and Garden collection. However, it is constructed of steel and looks very similar to the coffee table. I honestly think these tables will last for many, many years, although at some point they may need to be painted. For the past several years, all my patio furniture was constructed of metal, which looks hard and cold and doesn't feel especially cozy. So I've always used lots of textiles like curtains, pillows, and throw blankets to make it more comfortable. I won't be buying any new textiles this year. I've already spent my budget on furniture, so I'll just be reusing what I already have. In fact, I spent several hours yesterday running everything through the washer, including the pillow inserts. To help your textiles last as long as possible, I recommend treating them with Scotchgard outdoor spray. It reduces color fading and helps to repel water. A can costs about $10 at Walmart or Amazon, but I think it's worth it. The pillow covers that I treated last year still look brand new. You can even spray your patio umbrella so that the colors don't fade as quickly. If you're going to spend time outdoors after dark, you really must add some solar lights. They are just so charming. The ones draped on the pergola have been up for a few years. I don't take them down in the winter, and they still work great. I bought this pretty butterfly solar lantern a few months ago at Goodwill, knowing that I would find a place for it on the patio. I've decorated this metal obelisk in a variety of ways over the years. But this year, I am just wrapping it with a strand of solar fairy lights, and I'll probably leave these up year-round too. I popped the stake off of another solar light and added it to this thrifted metal candle stand to create a little lantern, similar to the one I made in a previous video using the base of an old lamp. I thrifted these hanging votive candle holders a long time ago, and I think they're going to look so cute hanging from the iron headboard. I added just the very top from 3 old Dollar Tree solar lights to each glass cup. I'm eager to see how they look tonight. I made this chandelier in a previous video, removing all the electrical parts from an old light fixture and wrapping it with solar lights. I also added ceramic birds and faux greenery so that it still looks pretty during the day. To hang it under the pergola, I need to put the solar panel on the top of the pergola roof. Now I'm ready to add the final touches. Last year I purchased a pretty wind chime at Hobby Lobby, and to make it look more substantial, I just ran it through an old iron basket turned upside down. I do enjoy a few concrete statues. I don't know if that means I'm old or what. I've actually been able to thrift a few broken ones that I was able to repair. I purchased this plastic screen from Amazon to disguise my gas and electric meter, but it wasn't tall enough. So instead, I reconfigured it, making it shorter and longer, so that I could add it to the back of the planter boxes on the stone wall. This will help to disguise the damage done to the arborvitae trees in a recent storm. And here is how my patio looks now. Thanks so much for watching today. And if you want even more inspiration for your outdoor spaces, here's another video you may find helpful.